So parametric equations is something that we expect to come up somewhere on the exam paper. First of all, we've got this show that. Now this is dy dx. We know that dy dx is dy dt, dt dx. And I've found dx dt and dy dt here. So finding that, I've got dy dt over dx dt. In what I've got to show it, there's no 2t, it's all t. So what I want to do is get rid of 2t. First of all though, I see that everything's got a 2 at the front, so I just cancel out, divide everything by 2. The next stage is to change this minus sine 2t into minus 2 sine cos. Then I can factorise the top, pulling out the cos, and I can cancel top and bottom by cos, giving me 1 take 2 sine t as required. Hence find the coordinates of the stationary point. So I put that equals 0, rearrange, sine of t is half. I've got my values of t here. The only value of t in that range is pi by 6. And if I substitute in pi by 6, I get, well actually, sine t is half, 2 sine t will be 1. Cos of 2t, so cos of pi by 3, add 2 sine t, add 1. 0.5 add 1, so I've got my coordinates of the stationary point. Part 2, Cartesian equation. That means the equation using x and y. It doesn't have to be y equals, but it often is. Now, within the manipulations, before we start the manipulations, we look at these two. Again, my eye is drawn to cos of 2t, whereas everything else is in terms of t. I know that cos of 2t is cos squared take sine squared, which can be rearranged to 1 take sine squared take sine squared. In other words, that. So y equals cos 2t, y equals 1 take 2 sine squared, plus 2 sine t. Sine of 2t is x over 2, so 1 take away 2, sine t, all squared, add 2 sine t is x. Tidying that up, I get this as my Cartesian equation. State the set of values x can take. Well, I know that sine t is between 1 and minus 1, so 2 sine t will be between 2 and minus 2. So I've made that clear how I know that, so the examiner understands what I've done. Hence, sketch the curve. Well, it's a quadratic, it's minus x squared, so it's going to be that way up. I first of all find values for 2, and I'll put it in here. 1 plus 2 take 2 squared over 2, giving me a y coordinate of 1, so that was my first cross. I go to minus 2, 1 plus minus 2 minus negative 2 all squared over 2, works out to be minus 3, put a cross there. When x is 0, 1 plus 0 take 0, so that's my next cross. And then I already know the stationary point, 1, 1.5. If I wasn't sure of it earlier, then I can do it here. I could say, well, these two are at the same height. They're both at y is 1. So my maximum value will be midway between x is 0 and x is 2. So my maximum will be at x is 1, substituting it in 1.5. So that's my curve drawn.